Welcome back to the studio, everybody. Today, we are going to be reacting to two behind-the-scenes featurettes for the upcoming film The Creator, starring John David Washington,
Okay.
directed by Gareth Edwards. So the first one we're going to look at is called Gareth's Vision, and then the second one is called AI, Friend or Foe. So let's watch the first one. We'll share our thoughts in between these two and as also at the end, so stick around.
My favorite cinema is very visually driven. It's not like a play. It's like a dream. It's just a pure emotion. This film's a melting pot of movies I grew up loving. A Vietnam movie mixed with robotic sci-fi.
They've come for the child.
Gareth has this ability to inject compassion in a sci-fi genre that usually leans on spectacle and danger.
Gareth Edwards, he is a visionary, and these characters are all relatable, and you fall in love with them. I thought, oh my God, sign me up. I want to be a part of this.
What jumped out was a magical realism that he was able to execute. The depth and emotion that he was able to capture in every frame.
They're my family.
They're not people, Maya. They're not real. You and I are real.
This isn't real.
Okay, and cut, good.
The film deals with a lot of big themes, like what does it mean to be human? And what does it mean to be alive? And can love transcend those divides and boundaries?
You're my friend?
Should we embrace it? Should we destroy it? Everyone ready? And action.
Gareth shoots in a way that a lot of actors love because he doesn't like to cut.
Keep going.
I love that process where we do these rounds of just takes.
He operates the camera himself. You know, he knows what he wants.
Gareth is not afraid to try anything, and anything goes.
We really went for broke. It's just a really insane, rich visual journey that I hope affects people in the way that I was affected when cinema blew my mind as a kid.
It's awesome. Yeah. It almost feels like Star Wars, and I know he said this, but it's like Star Wars meets Empire of the Sun. Ooh, yeah. Empire of the Sun. Yeah, Empire of the Sun's it's a long movie.
It's a long movie, but
it's very visual. It's very, it's got these this just sense of war about it, even though there's not like a ton of war scenes. It's like it's seeing the war without necessarily seeing the war.
Right.
And I know there's obviously going to be a lot of fighting in this, but that emotion that you feel in Empire of the Sun, you can kind of feel while watching these trailers.
Yeah,
and
the only thing we need now is the little girl to be like, oh, and
start singing.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Joshua. I think with this film, it's gonna look incredible as far as the animation goes, the visual effects. It's all gonna be so incredibly realistic, contrasted heavily with the Flash that just came out on streaming. I got past the babies falling out of the building scene.
Yeah,
I was appalled at how terrible it looked, but I didn't make it much farther, if I'm being honest, because I think you brought that up on a recent video, how the Flash was so egregious when it comes to visual effects. This is going to be the true opposite.
This is what visual effects should look like now. And the blending of like proper filmmaking, not just cutting everything together super tight where there's something to be said for really good editing, but those long takes, good lighting mixed with really great like animation and use of what do you call the screens?
The volume?
The volume. Use of the volume and stuff. If you use it all together well, it can look really good. And I think this one's going to look really good. And I'm hoping that what they say about the emotion in every scene, that John David Washington is talking about. I'm hoping that's the case. I don't want to watch the movie and feel like, oh, that's
Shallow.
more. Yeah, it's shallow. It's more spectacle than story.
Right. I guess we'll have to see, I didn't really feel very invested in the characters in Rogue One, but that was also a Disney film. And so it's hard to say how much of it is Gareth and how much of it is elsewhere. But let's watch this next piece and then we'll give some thoughts. This one's called AI Friend or Foe. All right.
As we were making the creator, AI has gotten better and better. And it feels like we're at that tipping point now. And this movie questions, what does that look like 50 years from now when AI is more embedded as part of society?
This is a fight for our very existence.
Let's move.
Did you locate the weapon?
Yeah, it's here.
It's a kid.
I think Gareth's really clever in how he built this world. Everything feels very organic and very grounded.
The way we wanted to approach AI in this film was as naturalistic as possible.
Whether it be the simulants or our robots, we found a really lovely balance, being able to show the tech, but also show that they think for themselves, they have feelings.
What do you want with the child?
It was massively ambitious, but Gareth's a director with an absolute vision.
This film will challenge what you believe. It's hard to know whose side to be on.
They've come for me.
Alfie!
I don't think anyone's ever seen anything like this.
Seatbelt.
It deals with what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be alive? And can love kind of transcend those divides?
Those ideas are at the heart of this film, and it's not an easy thing to answer.
Command confirmed. It's been a pleasure to serve you.
Launch!
Dang,
That's cool.
it's at the heart of our culture as well, not just this fictional thing. Which
Yeah,
makes this
real
movie
quick.
timely.
I am gonna say that the things that they're talking about in this short thing here is pretty timeless throughout history. Like it's not anything new,
Okay. Except the
moral-
fact that in real world we have AI.
right? Moral quandaries. Is there a ghost in the machine? I mean, Ghost in the Shell was a movie about that came out back in the late 80s, early 90s.
So you're saying you
And-
disagree? There have been movies
No.
you've seen like this
Oh,
before.
tons and tons.
So you do disagree? Yeah.
Books and stories going back over 100 years. Yeah. No, this isn't the first time we've seen this. This isn't the first time where they're like, find the weapon. It's a child, But I don't have any problem with any number of those ideas. We're not rewriting, we're not making up new stuff here necessarily. I will be pleasantly surprised if there's new concepts in this movie that we haven't already seen, but we've seen everything.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to devalue what they're saying about the movie. I'm just saying the concepts we've already seen before.
No, you're right. You're right. That all of the tropes and the storytelling elements and tricks and tactics we've seen before. That I'm sure
And I like them.
You're gonna feel torn, I guess, at the end. Something like you might at the end of a Chris Nolan film. But ultimately, I think I'm gonna watch this probably for the visual intrigue. Just because of the way everything looks, the way it's filmed. Oh, by the way, I know I did a video on this already, but this footage confirms, because there's been a little bit, I haven't talked about it, there's been a little bit of an online debate and an online fight about was this movie actually filmed with the Sony FX3, this little camera.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, it wasn't really. It was filmed on an Ari. They were just doing this as a stunt to get people to buy Sony FX3s.
Yeah.
And then some people are like, no, it's real. It's on IMDb. And some people are like, oh, well, Ari was on IMDb earlier and then it was removed. So this looks all fake. And then And then I think the director or someone, I don't think it was Greg Fraser. Someone confirmed it. Now this footage confirms it because you can literally see them carrying around a rig with an FX3 in there. I literally know the backlight, the recording light that tells you you're recording. I recognize it. So I know that's an FX3. And just saying, this is an online debate that's kind of been around cinematographers, and it's confirmed now. This movie's shot on a little tiny consumer camera.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. And it recently was just passed because like film unions dictate what cameras are considered cinema for like these big budget films, or like standard issued, like industry standard. And I'm guessing this was passed by one of the studios that filmed this, but Netflix just recently passed, so people can start making Netflix movies or series with this camera as well. So
very cool.
It's kind of inside baseball, but it's cool details. You know what I mean? It's Greg Fraser's at the front of it once again, doing something new. Every project he does, he's like trying something new and moving the needle. You know?
Yeah. That's fun. I like it. I'm looking forward to more of this. I want more sci-fi like this.
Absolutely. It's going to be a load of fun. I'm going to have to watch this in theaters 100%. Let us know what you guys think if you're looking forward to The Creator. If there's anything that, we might not be aware of that you want to share, we'd love to read it in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.